Chapter 2 The Witches Turned into Mice. We decided to get rid of the witches. The Grand High Witch's room happened to be on the floor under mine. There was no one in the room then. With a stocking and woolen thread, Grandma lowered me onto the Grand High Witch's balcony. I got into her room and found the mouse maker in the bed mattress. Just then, the Grand High Witch came back. Some witches came into the room with her. She wanted to get some mouse maker for them. Grandma worried about me. She called to me, "Have you got it? Come out quickly." The Grand High Witch heard her and went to the balcony. She saw the stocking and thread. She talked a few words with Grandma and came back into the room and locked the door to the balcony. She nearly found me when she reached her hand to get the medicine. I got a bottle of mouse maker. While the witches were leaving the room with the medicine, I slipped out of the room and went back to Grandma's room. Then I went into the kitchen and found a place to hide. I took a chance and poured the whole bottle of mouse maker into the pot of the witch's soup. While I was leaving, the cooks found me and nearly killed me. Fortunately, I escaped from the kitchen. I went back to the dining hall where Grandma was waiting for me. Bruno was eating snacks in her handbag. Grandma walked to Mr. and Mrs. James' table. They were Bruno's parents. She told them that their son had become a mouse. Mr. James was a rich and proud businessman. He did not believe what Grandma said and yelled rudely to her. Grandma told him that the Grand High Witch who turned his son into a mouse was just in the dining hall. Mr. James was about to go to the Grand High Witch. Just at that moment, the mouse maker worked. Grandma and I witnessed the witches turning into mice in the dining hall. There was a big chaos in the dining hall. We left the hotel quietly and then went back to Norway. Before we left, Grandma returned Bruno to his father, Mr. James. During the days after we came back from England, Grandma and I stayed at home. Grandma had devices made for me to open the doors. She also had some other devices made to make things more convenient for me in the house. Then we made a plan to go around the world to turn witches into mice. We were getting ready for the trip. What I said above was already written in the book The Witches. You can read the book to know more about it. Next is what happened later.